I think that Jeep is finally starting to get it. We have an off-road version of the new Wagoneer. I'll include a link to the Jeep Insanity's website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3-liter inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed, fuel economy 16 around town, 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 468 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. Now this one's finished in the silver, which is a very nice looking color. Got the Wagoneer badge, of course. Now the front headlights aren't too crazy, but you do have a nice looking turn signal indicator, and then you can see the grille here is darker in coloration. And then down below we've got fog lights, and then you can see recovery points, and everything's nicely painted. And having everything painted makes us look a lot more premium. Our tire and wheel setup is 275 by 55 by 20. We've got all-terrain tires. It would have been cool if Jeep did smaller wheels and bigger tires, but this is a good start. And this does come with Jeep's height adjustable suspension. Got these nice fender flares, and you can see the rest of the bodywork is painted too. And I do think the contrast on this is nice with the black and the silver, and you probably noticed we got the side steps there too. When it comes to key fob features, we've got the Wagoneer logo on the back. We have our lock and unlock function on the front with the remote start function. That's to open up the hatch, and that's to lower the suspension to make accessing the Wagoneer easier. Now this is built off the standard Wagoneer, so this is Tahoe sized, not Suburban sized. You get automatic controls for the seats, so the second row lowers down, the third row lowers and raises with power, and then you have a 12 volt just above that. I always find it interesting how Jeep puts the close function for the hatch inside the car. Nice looking taillights out back, and then another giant Wagoneer logo. And as you can see, they're going hard on the Wagoneer badging because they're trying to market this as a Wagoneer, not just a Jeep. But let's now pop inside. The door panel trim feels pretty nice. The design also looks pretty nice too. Nice soft touch trim on these seats, perforated all down the center. You've got a bunch of manual adjustments too. Legroom back here is really good. We've got a storage pocket just up above. Vents here in the center. We also have heated seats, our own climate zone, and then you got a bunch of charge ports down below with an outlet. The rear is also very spacious. Vent back here. I've got the recline function, and I've got a big window. Actually, I also have a sunroof too, which is cool. Let's now pop up front. More nice trim on the front door panel. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then down below we've got memory seat functionality. The windows are all automatic. The mirrors power fold in. This has 1,322 pounds of payload capacity. More nice trim on the front seats. They are power adjustable with lumbar support. And yes, the passenger has the same setup as the driver. This does also come with features like automatic headlights and then a power adjustable steering wheel. And boom! Before we go over the steering wheel, I want to mention we've got trailer brake controls. And the steering wheel itself is a 2-spoke design with the Wagoneer badge in the center. We've got our adaptive cruise control on the one side, gear limiter down below just like the 1500s. And then you've got that for the center control stack, and there's still radio controls on the back of the steering wheel. Digital gauge cluster in the center. You can change the information that's displayed and also kind of the look of the gauge cluster, and it will display the different drive modes. It doesn't have like a crazy animation, just kind of lets you know what drive mode you're going into. This comes equipped with a 360 camera system. You've got a bunch of different angles you can go through, so it's user friendly. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, you notice the shortcut buttons on either side for different features, and this does come with heated and ventilated seats. We also have a heated steering wheel and dual zone climate. The screen does take a second, as you can see, but overall it's pretty user friendly. Now you note we've got analog controls for the radio, climate controls just down below, and then ooh, look at this. We've got a charging area, if the camera will focus, with a phone charging pad, a bunch of USB ports. Now in front of that we've got a bunch of shortcut buttons, so main stuff, your lane departure, auto stop start, parking assist, and then to turn on tow haul mode, so it's nice to have those easily accessible. Now this section here has a bunch of important stuff, so your drive mode toggle. Behind that is your 4-wheel drive low select, of course to put the car in gear. That's to adjust the suspension up and down, and then there's a little button right there that is your off-road cruise control. Got some cup holders here, big center console with plenty of space. And I do like the trim on top. We've got the nice little window there with USB ports. And then the front passenger, just like the back, also get a sunroof, but this is a panoramic. Man, that's a dirty window. Anyways, this is an Overland Series 2, 75,530. Let's see how this performs. Well, let's set off. Probably should have turned around before I started filming, but you know. Guess you guys can see more of the camera system here. I really do like the Wagoneer. I got a lot of comments on my last Wagoneer video because I'm like, why are people not buying this? And everyone's like, reliability. And it's like, okay, well, touche. But, you know, my thoughts, like, how often are systems actually breaking? And then, you know, if it's covered under warranty, like, you know, if it's like, oh, I gotta take it in like once a year and it's covered under warranty, I don't think that's that bad. Now, if it's, you gotta take it in every few months, yeah, that'd be annoying. So I guess it just depends on how often stuff breaks. Like, I think about, you know, my experience with my TRX, where I had one big issue and then I never had an issue again. So it's like, it was annoying, but it's like, oh, whatever. The rest of my ownership experience was good. Whereas like Land Rover, 3 times in the year we had issues. And so in 1 year. So it's like, that was like, yeah, I'm done. That's too much. Now this has all the right stuff for the Wagoneer. It's got the luxury features. It's got the adjustable suspension. It has the fancy 4-wheel drive system for off-roading. I think this is probably the best value in the Wagoneer lineup. I mean, the Carbide's really cool because that one looks great too. But this kind of gives you a lot of stuff the Carbide has, plus off-roading. So I think it might be a cooler package overall. The only thing that I'm confused about is why Jeep's doing 20-inch wheels. Now I understand that everyone else kind of does it, but Jeep has always been about being practical for off-road use, right? I mean, you look at the Wrangler and everyone else is doing independent front suspension. The Wrangler still has solid axles because it's better off-road. So it's like, why don't they put 17s on this and some beefy, you know, 33s or 34s? That would have been really cool. And honestly, I think it would sell quite well. I mean, if you saw this with big tires, like, they'd be a good looking car. You'd have a lot of people be like, oh, I want to buy one of those just because it looks cool. And the inline 6, oh, it's got some power. It's super smooth. And that is one thing that people have mentioned to me, is the inline 6 apparently has been a little bit problematic. But you know, I'm sure Jeep will figure it out. They got smart people. They'll figure it out. Yeah, this is nice. It's very comfortable. Like, this is one of those land yachts. I just drove a Sequoia yesterday, and it's crazy how much better this drives than the Sequoia. Like, it is such a night and day difference. And that was like a almost $90,000 Sequoia. And this is the crazy thing. So that Sequoia was $87,000. This is 70. What was it? 74, 75. This is a much nicer car. What is Toyota doing? But they're reliable. Okay. So, in conclusion, this Overland package, it's got turn signal camera too. This is you know, in the full-size SUV category, this is actually a pretty darn good value with all of the equipment that you're getting. It's got 360 camera, turn signal camera, 2 sunroofs, air suspension, advanced 4-wheel drive system, heated and cooled seats, nice interior, like nice soft touch drive. Like, this is a good value. I think it's at least worth looking at, right? I think that, you know, Ford and GM are not any more reliable in this segment. Right? You look at GM and their V8s are blowing up left and right, and then Ford has gone for like the giant screen setup and the funky steering. Like, the thing that's crazy is this is like kind of the most normal, because you have a normal gauge cluster, it's digital, in the normal infotainment system, whereas like GM and Ford are doing crazy stuff with screens and everything. And so this feels like just nice, because it's like, oh man, something that makes sense. I don't have to like sit here and click on 5 different screens trying to figure out how to change the temperature in the car. So let me know your thoughts on the Wagoneer Overland, but I think this is a cool package. I do think that Jeep should dive in more to its roots. Come on, Jeep. Stop doing, just because your competitors do stupid 20s doesn't mean you have to stoop down to that level. Give this 17-inch wheels, give it 35s. No, I'm just kidding, that'd be too big for this. Like 33s, 34s. I think that would be perfect if it had tires that were, yeah, that size. That would look like just nice, solid, all-terrain tires. And even do like a Willys with some mud terrains. Like, there's so much they could do with the Wagoneer to really, if they went all in on off-road with this Wagoneer, Jeep would actually be able to do really well. They just aren't. They're focusing too much on the luxury and not enough on the off-road. Stop trying to be Land Rover and go back and be Jeep.